By the end of the Cretaceous period, hundreds of giant prehistoric creatures roamed across the lands of the blue planet. Armored dinosaurs fought to fend off ferocious two-legged predators. Flying reptiles soared through the skies, while colossal marine animals dominated the estuaries and oceans on Earth. But why are the giant creatures of the Cretaceous period no longer found in the world today? What happened to them? Lasting 79 million years, the Cretaceous period was the third geological period in the Mesozoic era. Long before the Cretaceous period, our prehistoric planet had many dinosaurs, flying lizards, and other giant reptiles. The Triassic and Jurassic periods fostered intense evolutionary development, nurturing large and diverse reptile populations. Many dinosaur species of the Cretaceous period evolved during the Triassic and Jurassic periods, as did the first mammals and flying vertebrates. Near the end of the Triassic, Earth experienced a major extinction event known as the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event. Nearly a third of marine life disappeared, but giant reptiles remained the rulers of our prehistoric planet. Their reign developed through the Jurassic period and into the Cretaceous period, when more massive animals emerged on Earth. Throughout the Mesozoic era, the planet changed rapidly. About 200 million years ago, all 7 current major landmasses on Earth were unified into one supercontinent called Pangaea. Without geographical obstacles, creatures were free to travel between North America and Australia. But in the early Jurassic period, Pangaea began to break apart. The Americas drifted westward, the Eurasian continent moved eastward, and vast oceans developed in the space between. The world was no longer a single, connected system. Instead, separate landmasses with distinct climates and terrains developed unique ecosystems featuring thousands of new species, including flowering plants, pollinating insects, and some of the largest reptiles ever to appear on Earth. On every large landmass, sauropods, a group of giant dinosaurs with long necks that fed on the highest leaves, developed. Titanosaurs were among the largest and heaviest animals in history, with some species that could reach lengths of over 25 meters from head to tail. Argentinosaurus was one of the largest sauropods, weighing up to 75 tons and capable of intimidating other dinosaurs with its superior size and strength. In the western United States, there lived another giant herbivore called Triceratops. It was powerful enough to stand against the largest carnivores. Triceratops had 2 horns on its face and bony frills behind its head, similar to modern-day rams and bulls. This giant herbivore often clashed with members of its own species, smashing their horns and frills together in the fiercest battles to gain dominance and territory. Triceratops was not the only herbivore to have armor during the Cretaceous period. In the United States and parts of Canada, giant ornithischian dinosaurs like Ankylosaurus had wedge-shaped bony protrusions like spikes on their bodies. On its tail, Ankylosaurus featured a colossal club that could break the bones of other dinosaurs. To eat these giant herbivores with tough shells, predators had to fight hard and even pay a heavy price for every meal. Few apex predators had an advantage over Tyrannosaurus rex, or the tyrant lizard king. This 2-legged predator could exceed 12 meters in length from head to tail and stood 4 meters tall at the hips. The Tyrannosaurus rex hunted on the grasslands of North America, although its direct ancestors may have migrated from Asia. Scientists estimate that Tyrannosaurus rex had the strongest bite force of any terrestrial animal. With its everything-crushing jaws, the Tyrannosaurus rex fought and defeated dinosaurs of all shapes and sizes. But Tyrannosaurus rex was not the largest carnivorous animal in the Cretaceous period. Lurking in the rivers and swamps of North Africa, Spinosaurus was a semi-aquatic carnivore. It preyed on ancient sharks, coelacanths, and lobe-finned fish. With its narrow snout, long arms, and fin-like tail, Spinosaurus reached a height of 15 meters. It was taller than the largest Tyrannosaurus rex ever discovered. Spinosaurus was named after a bony structure protruding from its back, forming a sail-like shape. This structure nearly doubled the height of Spinosaurus. This helped them assert their power over prey and deter other carnivorous animals that intended to attack. Tyrannosaurus rex roamed the prehistoric grasslands and plains, while Spinosaurus attacked any creature that got too close to the water's edge. And even in the sky, there were flying reptiles called pterosaurs. These aerodynamic creatures were among the earliest vertebrates to develop the ability to power flight. Often mistaken for giant birds, pterosaurs were close relatives of the dinosaurs that dominated the skies throughout most of the Mesozoic era. Some pterosaurs were modestly sized, only as large as a tabby cat, while others were larger. Some were the size of a modern-day fighter jet. They descended like death onto marine creatures, mammals, and small dinosaurs. As the positions of the major land masses on Earth changed, seas and oceans developed in the gaps between the continents. These waters were just as dangerous as the land and the sky. Some predators of the deep ocean died during the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event, but one of the largest marine reptiles still lurked beneath the waves. Mosasaurus was an apex predator with crocodile-like jaws, reaching up to 17 meters long and well adapted to the marine environment. They preyed on sharks, cephalopods, and other marine reptiles. Mosasaurus was considered the terror of the deep sea, reminiscent of sea monsters in myths and legends. While the Cretaceous period was dominated by a terrifying group of giant reptiles, the longest surviving species were neither giant nor terrifying. They were not armored dinosaurs or towering dinosaurs, but countless small plants and animals like pollinating insects. The first insects evolved about 400 million years ago. Wasps appeared before the Mesozoic era, but the first bees did not evolve until the early Cretaceous period, followed by the first flowering plants or angiosperms, which were nurtured by the strong development of diverse flowers. Wasps, along with ants, grasshoppers, aphids, and termites, thrived during the Cretaceous period. They fed on flowers, fruits, and insects. Rodents and marsupials also flourished throughout the Cretaceous period, hiding in burrows and dark corners of the forest. The ancestors of modern-day mammals escaped the attention of the large dinosaurs. By the end of the Cretaceous period, giant reptiles shook the earth, but it was the diverse and inconspicuous animals that would transform the planet. About 66 million years ago, our global ecosystem changed forever. At the end of the Cretaceous period, a mass extinction event called the Cretaceous-Paleogene KPG extinction event wiped out about 75% of all life on Earth. Most likely, an asteroid impacted the Yucatan Peninsula off the coast of modern-day Mexico. Dust and debris flew into the atmosphere, blocking the sun's rays from warming the Earth's surface, thus limiting the growth of life-sustaining plants. Toxic vaporized rock clouds suffocated most dinosaurs, and the global food web quickly collapsed. The KPG extinction event wiped out all non-avian dinosaurs, but many species still survived, such as smaller reptiles, mammals, plants, and fungi that thrived on decaying organic matter. These species would flourish in the Cenozoic era, developing into the millions of plant and animal species we know today. Most of the giant reptiles disappeared 66 million years ago. They became a part of history, legendary animals worth our deep exploration, possessing immense power, size, and unmatched ferocity. Their relatives and descendants still roam the earth today, but the late Cretaceous remains the last great age of monsters.